to What I Watch After Dark. My name's Nathan, and today we are going to go over Smoky and the Bandit. It's a 1977 film. It was the second highest grossing film in that year, of course, Star Wars being number one. So we have a great cast here. We're going to start with Burt Reynolds and Sally Fields, Jerry Reed, who also did some singing in it, Jackie Gleason, Paul Williams, Pat McCormick, Mike Henry, Dom DeLuise. So those are the main players. I have a trailer for you this time, so we're going to go ahead and watch a trailer. And when we get back, I'll go ahead and tell you what I think of of Smoky and the Bandit. Roll 'em.
You heard about the legend of Jesse James.
Now get the Texarkana and back in 28 hours. That's no problem.
It ain't never been done before.
Look, you make this run for me. It's 400 cases. That comes to about $80,000. Make it 28 hours.
$80,000. $80,000.
Bandit!
Back. I forgot to tell you it had a director named Hal Needham. He has one of the writing credits, and Robert Lee Levy and James Lee Barrett also are considered writers. The interesting thing about this, though, is most of the actors are claiming that they ad-libbed a lot of what was going on, which I believe. So let's get on to some interesting facts, and I'll tell that I want to tell you. Example of actors coming up with script. Jackie Gleason says that his cafe scene with Burt Reynolds was not the original story. It was Gleason's idea. Most of Jackie Gleason's lines were improv. Like I said, there's a lot of improv in this. Adding the Junior Justice character has Jackie Gleason's idea. I can't be in a car alone, Gleason said. Put someone in there with me to play off of. There were, even though it's been debated and we have a lot of, mystery around it, there were only three Trans Am cars were used. It was, we finally got that answer from the director, Hal Needham, from the DVD commentary. Was a guilty pleasure of Albert Hitchcock, according to his daughter, Patricia Hitchcock. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if I'd call it a guilty pleasure. It's a good movie. Snowman is driving a 1974 Kenworth W900. That's the truck. Burt Reynolds personally chose Fred, Snowman's pet basset hound, because it refused to obey commands. They did have a budget of $503 million, but kind of a tough guy came and said, hey, $1 million was cut from your budget. And then Burt Reynolds was making $1 million for this movie. So it left him $3.3 million to make the film, which was obviously plenty and great, you know. Burt Reynolds had to talk Sally Fields into taking the part of Frog. At first, she thought the script was slight. For some reason, in the Trans Am, they couldn't use a slate, so the actors clapped their hands to let it know when it start and stop, the editor know to start and stop the scene. Sally Fields also admits that right after she accepted this role, she was worried she was making a mistake and thought it would ruin her career. Well, Sally, I'm glad you were wrong about that one. The motivation for the Bandit is to pick up 400 cases of Coors beer. A new semi-value at $80,000. That is $200 per case and $16 per bottle. A 1977 Pontiac Trans Am with about 220 horsepower at top speed of only 110. A 2019 Toyota Sonata goes 296 and has a top speed of 115. There's a little difference, 5 more miles per hour or fucking fast. Man, it's like, slow down. Anyway, it is illegal to transport large quantities of alcohol across state lines without proper permit and tax payments. But as a Texan, anytime I go see my neighbors Oklahoma, I make sure I bring 2 cases. Because our beer is stronger than theirs. And it's kind of a howdy do. I like it. Okay, well, now my personal opinion on this is going to be it was excellent. I give it a 7.5. I really liked it. It wasn't necessarily a director's, shining thing, but I can see why it was the second grossing film of that year, especially since Star Wars came out that year. But anyway, if you just want to sit down, go mindless, drinking some beer, partying it up a little bit, the Bandit will get you there. It's a good movie. You can watch it with other people because you want to make comments and or drinking games out of it. That's about all I have to say about it. It's 7.5. Loved it. Loved Burt Reynolds. Loved Sally Fields. Loved Jackie Gleason. Paul Williams and Pat McCormick were also very great. I suggest seeing it if you're into cars and stuff. It's right on, man. There's a lot of modifications to the Trans Am, a Chevy engine in it, not a Pontiac. Anyway, I'm going to end it here and tell you guys I love you as always. And please remember, stop the war.